Good morning. Today I am working on a story. Well, I'm working on the story that I've been wanting to work on forever, and I started writing it like a few days ago. We'll say to say started writing it, LOL. But I guess I'll talk about it more later. But basically my goal today is to write a full-on chapter because I'm not good at writing a full-on chapter. I just like write, I guess. I don't know. I guess I'm not good at having it draw out for a certain amount of pages. So that's what my goal is today. I don't know how many words a chapter should be. Like, I don't know if it's like, I know it's not 1,000 words because I know from writing like essays, 1,000 words is like a page, maybe 2 pages if you double space. But I don't know. Do you probably double space when you're writing a chapter? Yeah, there's double spaces in there. So maybe I have to just write 5,000 words. I don't know. Let's Google it. Ooh, I wonder if I should ask Siri. I don't ask Siri for a lot of things. I've had this phone since like 2017, and I just discovered that I can set my alarm with Siri like last month. I usually just type things. I'm gonna ask Siri. Oh gosh. Hey Siri, how many words does it take to write a chapter?
Here's what I found.
Oh gosh. Well, here's what she found. See, this is why I should have just Googled it. It's nothing specific. It's just, can you see it? How do I? I don't have it on autofocus, so that's probably one thing, but I'm just gonna type it, so that was pointless. 5,000 words, that's nice. Okay, so it says, from these numbers, we can establish some guidelines. The average word count for a chapter typically falls somewhere between 1,500. Damn, really? Damn, that's short. That's like 3 pages. But then again, I don't know. I guess it depends on the book size. Okay, so somewhere between 1,500 and 500 words, with 3,000 to 4,000 being the most common sweet spots. So I think I'm gonna try. I was gonna say I'm gonna try to make my first chapter 5,000 words, but I think 5,000 words is good. I wonder how many words Stephanie Myers puts in hers, because lordy. She's got like 20 pages per chapter, and I'm like comparing it to that because that's what I'm reading right now. I'm reading the Twilight books right now. Her books will be like between 20 and 30 pages. So I'm wondering if that's around 5,000 words, because if it is, I'm gonna have to stay clear of that because that is too much. I think 10 pages is like middle school chapter range, and like I guess 20 pages is like more adult. I don't know, because I have a lot of books, but I have yet to like read them yet. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm going to range myself. I'm gonna try to write a complete chapter. Right now, I've only got basically a page. It's around 700 something words, which I think maybe gets me a page. Now looking at that, I don't know what that gets me, but maybe it gets me a page and a half or something like that, or a page and a quarter. I don't know. I haven't double spaced or anything like that, so I guess it's time for me to get ready for typage, I guess. So I keep everything in like notebooks and stuff. So this is the notebook that I've been writing things in, and I've got a bit of information, I guess like that much information out of all of this. This is a book I've literally worked on since I was in 8th grade, like middle school. I used to write just a lot, I guess. When I was in middle school, just a story would pop up in my head, and then I'd just write it. But I'd write it like, it wasn't like novel based or anything. It was like a hybrid between like a script and a novel. I'd have like the scenes and stuff, and then like the description I'd have that in like, I guess, paragraph form or whatever. And then for like the dialogue, I would have that in script form. I'd have like name what they said. Like I'd do it like that. So technically I've never like really written like a story properly. I mean, I guess I have because I've taken college courses and I've had to write a story, but I don't really count those because I don't know if it's like me being told to like write something or what, but I was never really into writing them, and I'd write like 10 pages in like a freaking night. Those were hard. I'm not even gonna lie, those are hard. But I would do that. I'd like give myself one night to write 10 pages. Never mind the fact that I've had like months to work on it. I'd give myself the one night to write it, and then I'd be like, okay, well, I know it's not like what I care to write. Like I'd already see the mistakes in it, but then I'd have to like bring it to class and have them review it, and I'd just be like, oh, I know already, gosh. So I don't know if I count those, but so in terms of like writing like a full-on like lengthy chapter, I know not how to do that. So that is what I'm going to be working on today, and I guess I'm going to be starting by reading what I've written. What really gets me going in terms of like writing something is like I have to have a good like opening line or like something, a good like sentence or something to start with. Like if I don't have like that hook to start with, like I can't even start the story. Like I don't even want to, like I'll think about story all the time, but in order to get me to start writing, I have to have the opening line. So like, yeah, I started this story in 2008, and now I have the opening line that I want. In terms of story, it was a completely different story than what I have now. I started it, and then I ran into like a roadblock, and then I just kind of stopped. And I basically stopped writing it from like 2008 to like, I think the year that I picked it up was 2017. I picked it up for this film class that I had. It was on writing scripts and stuff, so I decided to make like a script out of it, and that is where I kind of like broke down everything. Since 2017, not even since 2017, I never let it go. I never let the story go just because I just felt like it would be such a good story, my idea. So after 2017, after that class, I reimagined it even more than I had already done, and now instead of it being just kind of a fantasy book, it is more now like a hybrid between like fantasy and mystery / crime put together. Like it's kind of like a best of both worlds kind of situation. Yeah, so that's where I'm at right now, and it took way too long to explain that. But yeah, so that's kind of my story, kind of. And so I'm going to be working on the first chapter of that. And right now I'm seeing like my first sentence, which I did not use this. Yeah, like if I don't have that like hook sentence or whatever, like I can't go on. Like I need that hook, like what is hooking me into the story. So I usually like to start from the beginning. Not to say that I haven't thought about anything past that point, but I usually like to have that hook beginning to start writing because it inspires me to go on, you know. But yeah, so I was trying, and my first line that I attempted to make like a good line, it wasn't a good line, but I attempted. It says, it's been over 3,000 years and my body still moves as if it was brand new. Every experience is like muscle memory. A lot of things are crossed out. But no. Just no. That's not my new sentence. What is my sentence? Let me pull it up for you. My new sentence that I've started. I knew I wanted to start this in the middle of a crime, or starting a crime. So my first draft was kind of like her setting up for the crime, because ooh, I don't know what to say. I don't know what's too much. I don't know what it's too much to say, but it was like basically her setting up for the crime so that it could be pinned on a gosh, I don't want to say it. Okay, so she's in her world, she has one duty, but in the world, the way she set it up is kind of like she's basically like, no. Oh, no, I don't want to say that. I'm not going to say that. Oh, gosh. I'm just gonna say she's setting up for a crime. So that was my first sentence when I was reimagining things. Where is let me see the first sentence of my second. Well, this is really my first attempt at the chapter. So okay, so this first sentence here is for the second attempt at a sentence, I guess. So I tried to write like a chapter. I wasn't really feeling this one, but this one was 842 words that I got into, and I just kind of tried. This is basically like her creating the scene and me trying to give you that energy, I guess. So it says, her name is Ashley Kennel. She had just graduated. She was happy that day, but after she cleaned her dorm out, it was back to her parents' house for the time being until she found a job. That doesn't really paint anything for you. But that was that first sentence, which, of course, this basically just goes into detail and just kind of paints that, I guess, that I was watching. And then this new one, which I do like. I like this beginning. I don't know if it'll look like anything with this first sentence, but yeah. Technically, I'll read you two sentences because the first sentence is, who am I? But yeah, so this next one is, who am I? Even now the difference is there, but now, staring at the lifeless body drained of all its substance, the difference is so much clearer. So that one's like, it kind of hooks you, and it's kind of like, what do you mean? You know, so that's what I've been waiting for. And yeah, it literally just came to me like a few days ago. So I was washing dishes and I was like, nope, I gotta stop. I gotta write this down because I'm not trying to lose it. So that is the beginning sentence of my new draft. It is 638. No, I thought it was 700 something. Boo. I think I just deleted some stuff, yeah. But yeah, it's 638 words, and I am going to try to bring that to a full chapter. I have ideas of segments of like how I want this chapter to go. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. I guess I'll make it 5,000 words. Ooh, that sounds so long. Gosh. Actually, what I'm gonna do first is I'm going to try to Google how many words is in the how many words a chapter is the Twilight novel, just because I don't want to go that long. And if it's anywhere close to 5,000 words, then I'll just make it like 3,000 or something like that, because I don't want my chapters to be that long. It could be in the teens. I don't want it to be no 20s, no 30s. It's like, I mean, at least not for my first chapter. That's rough, but I don't know. But I'm gonna have to set a goal for how long my chapters are, because I need to know how much I need to put in, how much detail I need to put into the length. Because right now, this is a good length for a prologue, epilogue, prologue, preface, whatever. It's a good length for that. But I'm trying to make this my first chapter, so yeah. So it's 3:28, and did I get anywhere? Kind of. I didn't really start on like a new segment of the chapter. I'm still kind of exactly where I was before, but I fleshed it out a little bit more. So instead of, I don't remember how many words I said before, it was like 600 something. It's 766 now. I figured out the calling card, I guess, to let you like know, like every time you see this crime scene, you know it's this person because of this distinct thing that they always do. Like, yeah. So I figured that out, and I thought I was gonna put it in a certain place, but I decided to put it at the, I guess, end of what I've already had it, which I actually had not added yet because I was too busy fleshing things out. I might flesh out more, but I'm gonna stop right now because I am so hungry. And I need to not look at this because I've been like, my brain is going to fog, probably because I'm hungry. So yeah, I'm gonna go fix that right now. pizza. Thank you. This is just got done eating breakfast like an hour ago, but I must eat these fries or else. Can't have them get cold. Mm-mm. Woo! Ooh, them fries trying to kill me. Wow. Yeah, I'm sorry for all the talking in the background. Folks just came home. Oh no! But I have Grammarly on this computer. Oh my gosh, you see how I just came back to life? I almost choked and I survived and now I'm alive again. Oh my goodness. Blessings. Yes, but I have Grammarly on this computer, so I've opened up what I wrote in my email. It looks so small, just so small. And like all of a sudden, like I've just got red. Not a lot of red, but I've got some red, so I'm just like looking through it right now before I put it on Word. You see? Word. Okay, sorry. Look, I like the comma there, so shush. Ooh, or maybe, nah, I'm gonna just do it like this. Yeah. I don't know if that's a real sentence, but hey, it's gonna be today. Shush. So, I have moved past the point where I was, but the problem is I am, at this moment, talking to and reminiscing with a corpse, but I want to get away from the talking to the corpse and transition into what I was doing that night without talking to the corpse about it. So I'm wondering how I could do that. I know like sometimes people would separate the paragraphs by like doing like those 3 stars, going into another paragraph, or just doing like an extra space to separate them, but I'm not sure if that will work. So I don't know. This is why I like having people read my stories, because I like to know what didn't come across. That's my my issue right now, because I want to get away from the whole, this is still her story. This is still what happened with the corpse, but I don't want it to be me telling it to the corpse at this point. So gotta figure that one out. Okay, so it's 8:35 and I have moved past where I was. Hopefully I should at this point, but I moved past where I was. I am now at, I can't even tell you if this is accurate, because I've like been moving. I've been writing things and then like spacing them out and writing more things and stuff, so but right now I'm at 1,115 words, which I guess technically isn't much, but I'm not really mad at it. I've reached at least, I counted it, which I actually went in this book and I counted like a page without dialogue, and it was because I was just like 175 words seems just like too small, because I've been actually like well, you can't see. I've been like making markers at where a page would end. So far I've got 3 pages, more than 3 pages, but not quite 4 pages. But I've got that much going on for me. I've crossed the 1,000 mark, and technically if I want to get around 16 pages or so, I need to get to 4,000 words. So I've got around 3,000 words to go, something like that. Yeah, I don't know that I will get the chapter done today, just really simply because I hadn't really outlined. See, this is my thing. I'm not much of an outliner because when I outline, sure, I have a place to go, but I'm not gonna stick to it. I never stick to it. So I just kind of go with the flow. And right now, so that's basically what I've been doing. Most of the time I've been here, I've been like thinking about what I've been wanting to put in there, adding it in there, taking some out, just doing that pretty much all day. And I have reached 1,000 words. I can't say all day because I really hadn't started. I really started this at like 1 something, and then I stopped from like 3 something to 5 something, and then I started back kind of at 6 something. And then 6 to 8 something I've been doing it. So I can't really say all day, but I mean I've been doing it, which is good that I've gotten so far. I might have to make this a Tuesday project, maybe, but yeah, this is fun for me. I don't know what this looks like on this camera. I swear I have been doing nothing but just talking awkwardly in the camera about, I don't even know if anything makes sense, but yeah. Okay, so I have decided to stop writing because I feel like at this point I'm trying too hard. Like, okay, so I haven't really documented or like made any like points really, except for those small points on where I want to go in the first chapter. So basically this whole time I have just been writing and backtracking and thinking about it and then writing some more. And I mean, I think everything's cool, you know, everything's level, but I don't know, I just feel like I need to switch it up. I feel like I need to I guess I need to like brainstorm, not in like a paragraphy way, just like a random way, I guess. Write a little bit, write more notes, I guess, and where I want to go, stop and think about it. But on the plus side, this is the longest I've gone in terms of like in one direction, in terms of like a chapter situation. Like I've told you before, like I've never really written chapters before, so considering I've technically done around 4 pages, I feel like that's pretty good for me, because I would have moved on from this point already, because I have like, I guess you could say I have like major points in my head and not really like the in between. Like, I mean, yeah, you can get from one place to another, but in terms of like drawing that out, it's like I don't know. But so I'm happy that I got this far. Of course, I do need to go further. It'd be nice to go further, but in order for me to do that, I really think that I should plot out more in terms of finishing 1 chapter. I don't know, I might just continue plotting. I guess I might just drop the whole chapter thing and could just continue plotting until I get more inspiration. I don't want to overwork the putty, you know. I don't want it to get stale in my hands trying to draw it out in such a short time. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep working on it. And yeah, I think should I end this blog this way? This seems to be ending on a no. I mean, it's not really a no. It's a positive one for me, although I did not finish the chapter. I'm technically 1/3 of the way there. I've got over 1,000. I need 3,000. I think maybe a little bit over 3,000, or maybe 3,500. I'm not really sure, but I need around 3,000. So I'm part of the way there. I don't want it to get dry. And I just feel like I'm pulling a rubber band that's already stretched to capacity. So see you on the next vlog. I don't know, we'll see. I want this to be like a 1-day thing, and yeah. Toesies in the back, say hi, hello. But yeah. Okay, so it is the next day and I am still on my floor. So after last night, I was a little, not drained of writing, but I just felt like at a certain point I was just writing for no reason. I mean, like, there was a reason, but it was just like I was writing just to get the length, I guess you can say. My original plan was to just let it sit and I'll come back to it later. No, I didn't reach my goal, but I thought it was better to just leave it and and not reach my goal than to have written more words that I was gonna delete later anyway. Do you get it? But when I turned the camera off, I got an idea, because remember I told you how I kind of wanted to like switch the, is it called switching the narrative when you change it from, anyway, you remember how I told you like she was basically speaking to a corpse at this point and I wanted to change it to like just be kind of her perspective. So of course I thought that would be kind of confusing if I did it then, and I actually didn't really know how to do it. I was thinking about, I don't know, but anyway. I decided, so you know how I had the points, so you know how I had the points after being taken, talk about bagging, running away, storing, and presenting. I decided that I would switch up my beginning, so that line, that first sentence that I read to you would not be at the beginning. I decided to switch up my beginning and make that more of the second half, and then make the presenting at the beginning, so it would be more of an overall scheme first, and then narrow it down. So it'll be like, this happened, and then this is how we got here, versus this is us getting here. Well, versus this is the end of us getting here, this is how we got here. You see? Like starting here, going back here to get to here was the original plan, and now it's more like we're here, and then we got here, and then now let's talk about how we got here. Anyway, the point is it should be better. But today I wrote down, you can't see, gosh. I wrote down, it says points of interest. I wrote down some points, didn't write very many. I think I'm going to spend this day trying to think through my, to think the whole thing through before I write it, which is not a thing that I do. I just like to write and think. Which, I mean, I guess technically I'm doing right now, so I guess. But basically I'm gonna keep writing things, jotting things down on my notebook, and then I will attempt to do another 1,000 words, and I'm just gonna take it like that. And then maybe I'll pass 1,000 words, which would be fantastic. But yeah, I'm gonna do 1,000 words, and then I'll save the last 1,000 words for tomorrow. So I'm planning to just do like 3,000. 3,000 should get me about 16 pages because I counted every word in the book. So it should get me around 16 pages. So yeah, that's my aim for at least the first chapter. So I just thought of maybe, I mean, it might not do this, it might most likely do this, but I just realized that if I do it this new way, then it would take away the mystery that I'm trying to build. Because I kind of want this to be like a reveal type of situation. I kind of want you in a way to be misled. Because from this point right now, the way that I have it, it's like you're thinking one thing. You're not necessarily thinking that this is how it turns out or this is what it really is. So that's the reason that I had it in that particular order. I don't want to keep telling the story from the point of view of lead character telling corpse what happened. Or do I? I don't know. I just feel like it's going to get old. Or maybe I should make this part a prologue and make the chapter something like a continuation. It could work. See, I was gonna say it could work, but then I remembered I had to make my chapters kind of long. So now I'm like, shoot, I might need that information just for the length. So I don't know. I guess I'll keep thinking about it. I don't know, I think about like the bigger points and not like the details. Like my mind is running the details. I could see the picture of things, but there's still the in-between portion that I have to think about, that I hadn't thought about, that is hard for me to think about because I just want to get to the good stuff. So this is my challenge for real. Like me trying to like stretch something out and to not have it seem stretched out. I mean, it doesn't seem stretched out right now. It doesn't seem like it's dragging, but still it's like I have to write like I'm putting one foot in front of the other rather than taking leaps and bounds. It's like I gotta write this and then what? And then what? And then what? Versus this is happening, okay, and now this is the next scene. I don't necessarily have to watch you walk there. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. This is the hard stuff for me, I guess. Like, I can think about a whole story and where it should be or where it should go, but just like, ugh, the deets. The deets. So, I think I'm just gonna think about the individual pieces and write that, or think about that in detail and write that in my notebook, and then see the best way to go about the chapter. Yeah, cause yeah, I want that misdirect, I guess, which I don't know how much of a misdirect it would be if anybody sees this and ends up reading it, because I'm telling you, but yeah, I want it to be, I don't know, I guess whichever works better for me. It might not be a misdirect, but I like the idea of a misdirect, so I thought about something else, but I don't know if I should share. I don't know how much is too much to share. IDK. But I also want to, I guess I want to portray the lead in two ways, I guess. The misdirect way, and also I want some, a little sprinkle of how she is feeling, I guess, before she realizes how she's feeling. Yeah. I might need to change my goal. I might need to change my goal in terms of how many words I can get per chapter and change it to trying to get a decent diagram or whatever of how I want my chapter to go. So yeah, I think that's the better thing to do. But this is good though. Me writing how much I've written opened up a door to realizing that I want more in the first chapter. I want this to be the baseline for the rest of the chapter, which that's what first chapters do. But I mean, this was becoming a baseline, but a baseline in only one way. So I need to figure out how to get the baseline to be done in like multiple ways, I guess you could say. So I'm on my computer and I'm searching for what I think is called a biographical sketch. Basically, it's something I did back in 2017 on this particular story. It had like details like what does my character look like, you know, just like specific details about who she is, what is her world and stuff like that. And I can't find it, which is pissing me off, because I can find another biographical sketch of like a different thing that I don't really care about, and this one I care about. And I don't understand why I don't have it. Because I know that I've looked at it past the point on which I made it. So, like, I saved it somewhere. But I don't see it. I don't see it on my computer or my saved items on my external drive. Keep in mind, I hadn't really looked through everything. I just looked at the titles of things. So, maybe it's something that I hadn't seen. I don't know. But I'm still looking, because I can't, I don't know where it went. And yeah, so I think I can try to search under a different name. Hopefully that will get me somewhere. But yeah, I'm trying not to be mad. I'm trying not to freak out, because I really don't understand where it could be, because I know I saved it. Found it. Yes. It's not as much. Oh wait, no, it is. It's 2 pages. But I am so glad I found this. So okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to read it, expand upon it, because the reason why I wanted to find it was because there are new characters, not really new characters, but I'm trying to build on my characters, basically, and I want to have them all in the same spot. And right now I'm trying to build on the Grand Council. So right now, all I have is one person, really. She is the head of the council, kind of like the queen, basically. But I also need to build on the rest of the council. Reason being is because I need to get to know them to understand their tastes, because that is very important. So that is what I'm going to be doing right now. I feel like I need to expand upon that so that I can figure out how I want the dining room to be. Because I think I want certain things to possibly go into certain sections. So I'm going to be expanding, or yeah, I'm going to try to expand on that. So I remember why I didn't want to get into the higher-ups of this story right away before, because now I have to look up royalty and see how that works. Not that they're like kings and queens, but they're kings and queens of what they are, I guess. So I have to now look up that in order to see which places certain people in the court holds. I'm trying to be as specific as I can without being too specific, I guess. But yeah, it's research time in order for me to figure out how I want this character to be and how I want things to look. Because how I want things to look is based off of is based off the character. So I can't base it off the character if I don't know where this character's status is, I guess. And I'm realizing at this moment right now that in order for me to do a big novel-sized book, I definitely, it's like a duh, but just because of the way that I've always written and stuff like that, which, I mean, I guess technically isn't successful, because I always kind of like stop after a certain point because I get like writer's block or whatever. But compared to how I usually used to write, I guess I've never tried to be so disciplined. And now that I want an expansion on like what my initial thoughts are, I'm finding out that there's more work than I anticipated. I guess I expected to be able to just write a chapter's worth. Well, I didn't expect it to be like super easy, but I didn't expect me to like stop and have to do research, like not right away. I expected it to have my basis, like I usually do, just have my basis, which I do have a basis. But yeah, I don't know. Starting to realize this goal was kind of unreachable for one day, especially when it's not unreachable for one day, but considering the fact that I didn't have specific plans in place, it's unreachable. So I guess the moral of the story is, don't put in goals that you can't reach, or goals like it's reachable, but at my level right now, it's not really reachable, not for one day. So yeah. Oh. Okay. So, I know I didn't tell you what time it was, like, at all today, but it is now 10:06 at night. So, oh my gosh, okay, so I definitely feel like I got work in today. So, have I reached the 1,000-word mark for today? Technically, yes, but also technically know? Have I figured out the way in which the council operates so that I can then figure out how my main character operates? Technically yes, but also technically no. Bear with me. I've always had this character name. I had this character name since like 2017, but I've decided that I'm going to share the name with you, and that we're also going to, ooh, should I share the name with you? We're going to call this story letter A, because I call this story by the name of the first character, because I don't have a name for it yet. The reason why the council members' characteristics are like a yes and a no, because I basically spent the day doing the character sketch. I filled out A's job description, which went from like 3 lines to like a page plus. So yeah. And through her job description, I also figured out the personalities of the members of the court. So I kind of got like a 2-in-1 with that. I also did a little bit of research on courtship to figure out where I wanted, or how I wanted the court to operate loosely. So that added on with the description kind of helped me figure out the members' individual personalities loosely. But all those together really helped me get a good balance on A, her job, and the court, which helped me get a good grip on the overall arc of the story. So that was actually really good for me, because it helped flesh out the conflict within the story, which of course it's still, the conflict and everything could still be fleshed out a lot more, but I did get like a really good basis on things that were once separate pieces and have now like come together to like give me that whole picture, kind of. Like while I was writing these details, I really, gosh, what was I gonna say? I don't really remember what I was gonna say. I am hungry. I hadn't really eaten much today. So yeah, I'm just gonna let it go. But as far as overall word count today, like I said, did I get the word count? Technically yes, technically no. It's technically a no, because no, I did not continue with chapter 1. So I didn't get the word count there. But I did get some words in today. Let me show you. My overall word count for today was 2,379 words. So I already beat out my plan for doing 1,000 today and 1,000 the next day, because I got 2,000 plus today. And combined with what I did yesterday, combined with this day today, I got 3,493 words. So if it was a chapter, I would have been past my original goal for page lengths or whatever. Probably would have been like 16, 17, 18-ish pages long, which is cool. But yeah, on that note, I'm gonna call this a win. I'm gonna say that I really got some work done within my book, which is really what I wanted. Of course, I didn't get the 1 chapter done, but honestly, after working on it today, I kind of realized that was a bit of a long shot for me, considering I only had like individual pieces together. So yeah, these 2 days really taught me a lot about, I guess, what to expect. And I think from now on, I'm not gonna make specific goals like that. I'm just going to make a general goal. Yeah. But anyway, on that note, I'm gonna end this vlog. I'm hungry. Peace out. Can you see me? Bloop. Looking at my napified hair. Should have brushed it up, but I didn't. Look. Sleek. Not sleek.